Hello everybody. This is going to be a more serious video. Just as a warning, before we go ahead and dive into the topic of today's video, I will be mentioning topics of suicide, self-harm, and political violence. So if you are sensitive to any of these issues, please click off the video before I begin. You're more than welcome to go watch anything else. Take care of yourself, okay? All right. So let's start with the elephant in the room. I was scrolling through Twitter last night and I came across this post of a young trans girl posting an image of them standing over a bridge. It is very widely believed that this person committed suicide. The loss of life is heartbreaking. No person should ever even be in the position to think about taking their own life. To be in such a painful place to want to do that. It makes me hurt thinking that that's something that's even possible. And I am here today specifically to talk about the reaction to this post. I'm going to be showing images of different replies to the post, and I want you guys to read along as I am talking about this. My first and foremost point is, what the hell are we doing, right? We are people, and you can have whatever opinion you want about trans people. You can hate them, you can think that they're disgusting, you can think any number of things that you want. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but for just being a devil's advocate for the moment, it's fine. In no world, in no reality, can you ever claim to be an arbiter of truth, of justice, of protection of women's rights, or any of that. All of that shit goes out the window when you say stupid shit like this. I mean, some of the things that I saw were just so terrible. Completely disregarding the life that was taken. It's gone. Someone died. And you can say, like, oh, it's because they were trans. Whose fault is it? We are a society that actively tries to condemn trans people. And for what? We're just trying to exist. It is disgusting. It is I just so many different adjectives that I can't even begin to think about. I have had to sit and stew with this, seeing all of these reactions to someone dying. Completely disregard the fact that they were trans for a second, okay? That part of their life does not matter. It should not matter. Whether or not they were trans should not matter. Your reaction to this information, to the fact that someone died, should not matter. Who they were should not matter. You should immediately be like, someone lost their life, my condolences. This person had a family, and I'm not sure if they were really close with their family. I don't know, but they had a family, probably had brothers and sisters, a mom and dad who loved them, and they're gone. There is no amount of justification behind being this heartless. And here I am, sitting here, talking about this. I don't want to be talking about this. I want the world to be okay with people like me. And the fact that this kind of reaction exists makes me sick. It makes me physically ill. Why does this happen? Now, I understand. And just to get this point out there to anyone who comes across this and wants to refute it, be like, oh, well, there's people out there who are, autogenophiles and, gross, and they do it for sexual attention, and they grope and rape people. Okay, that's bad. We agree on that. You and I agree that those type of people deserve to be thrown in jail first and foremost, and they should rot. That I agree with you on. I will always advocate for the worst possible treatment for rapists. But what I will not do is prosecute them based off of the fact that they're trans, which every single person seems to do. I have been on Twitter for the past 2.5, 3 years arguing with these types of people about this stupid shit, right? I have seen almost every single argument in the playbook. Somehow, the generalizations, the ridiculous accusations, and the downright idiocy of these people is astounding. I have been trans since I was 20, since 2014. I have accepted this identity since I came out to myself and came out to my limited group of friends, and then eventually everyone in my personal life. That has been my lived experience for the last, what is that? That's almost 9 years. Am I doing the math right? 2014, 6, then 5. No, actually, close to almost 10 years. I can't do math. Whatever. So I've been trans for almost 10 years, and not once have I raped anyone. Not once have I preyed on anyone. Not once have I ever gone into the women's restroom to peek at women having a shit. I've done none of that. And I can guarantee you, with the utmost certainty, that 99.99% of the trans community do not do that. And I have seen so many different issues proposed on the internet about people trying to represent an entire group of people as one, right? Oh, trans people are all autogenophiles. They just like to cross-dress and they're all deriving sexual pleasure from it. I'm not. I am not. I don't derive sexual pleasure from being trans whatsoever. I just do it because it makes me feel comfortable. I feel comfortable in my own skin being called the way that I want to be called, given the pronouns that I want to be given, and just existing as a woman. That is how I feel comfortable. And that is how it's always been. I am uncomfortable being the other way. And that has been a fact for my entire life. This argument, this entire detesting of trans people has gone on for too long. And I just want to take the opportunity to show you that these people, gender critical people, transphobes, TERFs, those kinds of people alike, this is what they are. This is the kind of people that they are. And I'm not even trying to do some stupid propaganda shit like, oh, you should hate them. Well, yeah, you should hate them because they're heartless, gutless fucks. But this is the proof. The proof is in the pudding. And the saddest part is that these people say these things and they don't even, they think that they're in the right. They think that they're being oh so clever and they're being social justice warriors in the wrong way, And it's like, it's sickening that we can exist as a society and let this shit fly. How can people have these thoughts about people who are just trying to live their lives regardless of who they are? It's insane to me. Insane. And to any of my audience who might be leaning towards these types of people, listen to me. We are not the enemy. We're not trying to do some grand replacement, right? I am not trying to eliminate women's rights. I'm not trying to replace women as I am. I'm just trying to exist, yo. And that argument is overdone, it's tired, and it's just factually incorrect. People just want to be people. And I will not deny that there aren't people out there that do claim to be trans for the wrong reasons. Those people definitely exist. And I will never try to say otherwise because it's just factually incorrect. But for the rest of the people who are just innocent, people who are trying to live the lives that they want to live, you are cruel. You are heartless. And if I could say the things that I want to say about you, damn, I wish I could, but I can't. So that's the end of my tirade. Please, for the love of everything, just be kind to one another. We wouldn't have to have these types of conversations if you people would just shut the fuck up. Plain and simple. There was never an issue with us existing until, I'm gonna have to say, 2020, 2021, right? So go sip on your cup of coffee and parade hate all day long. It's your right, but you're a fucking cunt. Straight through. And I hate you. So that's it. Have a good night, everybody.